Although artificial intelligence enables us to do so much, whether it's writing code without having prior experience with it, or learning faster than ever before, or finding breakthroughs in science, there is still so much harm and injustice that can be done using this technology. Now, picture this. You're an artist having spent the last 5 or 10 years learning your craft, perfecting your technique, going to art school, practicing day after day after day. You finally have your own studio, or your artworks are finally exhibited in the largest exhibition in your city. There is finally the recognition that you deserve after all that hard work. Years of posting your art online, receiving feedback, being misunderstood, and improving yourself and your craft. You're so close to finally living your dream of being an artist for a living, making money doing what you truly love, only to find out that your works have been used in training AI models without your consent, and now everyone can use your style to generate an artwork they can get in minutes for free. A piece of art that would take you days or even weeks to create, now hanging on somebody's wall the very same day it was generated by ChatGPT. Or maybe you grew up with the magic of Studio Ghibli's movies, which were hand-drawn, scene by scene, and took years to be put together by Miyazaki and his team. And now suddenly, all of your friends have their own Studio Ghibli version of them and are posting it all over Instagram. Excuse me? This is one of the many examples of unfair use of AI, whether it's sustainability, privacy, or simply the fact that excessive use of AI makes us dumber day by day, or whether it's these companies trying to make decisions for us, not ever asking us anything. I think it's high time we said something about it. Our dream is to create this platform and shape the future of AI and make it work for us, not against us. If you feel a bit disoriented or powerless, believe me, we felt the same way at the beginning. But we decided to do something about it. We were thinking about a way in which communities could gather together, brainstorm different solutions to the existing issues AI poses, and make the world a better place after all. We are Mechanist City, and that is how that would go. Our process is a fairly easy one to get involved in. You can think about a policy such as AI companies giving back to artists whose work they trained their models on, or just AI asking for people's consent when using their artworks. I mean, that's how copyright works in real life, right? Why wouldn't AI work the same way? Anyways, you think about this policy, whatever it might be, this or about any other issue that you think is important when it comes to AI, or even about the process of submitting a policy. Policies can be very diverse, and you just submit it on our platform.
The first stage in the journey of a policy is a feasibility review. It's concerned with whether the policy could be implemented in the first place. The feasibility review is like a checklist. 1. Is this policy well formed? In other words, is it clear why this is being proposed, what is being suggested, and how this would work in practice? 2. Is this policy novel? Is it suggesting something that has not already been suggested on the platform? 3. Is this policy feasible from a technical point of view? So if this were to be voted and adopted later on, could we actually demonstrate it using existing techniques? 4. Is this policy feasible from a legal point of view? So if this were to be adopted later on, could we actually demonstrate it within existing legal frameworks? These judgment calls are meant to be automated, and so you might get a response moments after you submit a policy. That said, just like all the other stages in this policy-making process, the feasibility review can also be completely redesigned and tweaked by applying the same process to itself. So you might see a policy that proposes a slightly different way of curating submissions. Perhaps it adds or removes checks. Perhaps it calls for manual rather than automated review. The rules of the game are not fixed. They're themselves a work in progress.
Then it goes to local debate. People in your city would get access to the policy you submitted and vote for or against it. This is how we encourage people to gather together, really brainstorm and think about their problems when it comes to AI and find solutions that represent them. Each community is different, each city is different, and each of them know their own particular problems. It's important to have this difficult conversation, to join your minds and your forces and come up with creative and innovative solutions. You can see policies submitted by your community, you can choose the best ones that represent you. Isn't that amazing? After the local debate stage, only one policy from each community is selected. Everyone has access to see policies from all around the world, getting access to issues they didn't even think about before. This is another opportunity to vote for what you believe in, these policies being one step closer for it to become a reality. Once a policy is selected by the Mechanist City community, we run a general survey, so we make sure that general public also endorses the same policy that the Mechanist City community has chosen. This is to ensure that we select practices that are unbiased and apply to community as a whole.
Once a policy has passed a referendum, it is then implemented and demonstrated. On the platform, you would find Mecha, an AI product that you can use in a familiar way. But the key difference is that it's being used to demonstrate these new practices. For instance, it would follow this norm of redistributing part of the revenue to creatives. The idea is to use Mecha to make a statement about how AI could work, to experiment and demonstrate new ways of dealing with its challenges. Once a policy has been successfully demonstrated in Mechanist City, it's then time to focus on external advocacy. After all, the whole point here is to create a channel through which the general public can change the way things are done across the AI industry. There are two main angles for promoting these practices beyond Mechanist City. The first one is consumer pressure, so voting with one's dollars to encourage other AI products to adopt the practices demonstrated through Mecha. The second angle is focused on citizen initiatives. These are essentially special types of petitions that can push policies to actually be considered by public institutions. In all such advocacy efforts, this grassroots network of local communities would play a key role in promoting the same practices they have previously come up with.
By creating this opportunity for you to express your concerns and opinions about the future of AI, we're creating the context for debate, for discussion, and an egalitarian governance model that allows you to truly shape the future of AI. AI is going to dramatically change the way the world works, and I think it's high time we all claim a seat at the table where we can decide the future of it. This is our future, and if we don't make sure that this technology allows us to have a flourishing one, then who will? And now to do a little recap of any policy's journey, we're starting off with the feasibility review, which is a stage in which we evaluate whether a policy is legally and technically feasible, if it's novel or well-formed. Then the second stage is a local debate, where anyone can propose a policy in their local community and you can vote for or against any policy based on each community's own issues when it comes to AI. The third stage is the global selection, where anyone can see policies globally, and each community can only put forward one policy per year. So the global selection is where we decide as a whole community which policy we should implement next. And after we validate it with the general public through a survey or a referendum, we get to the fourth stage, which is the technical execution, where we actually implement and demonstrate that policy using our own product called Mecha. And last but not least, we have the external advocacy, where we try to spread the word about these policies and we invite more people to join the Mechanist City. So with that being said, this is the journey of a policy, and we are inviting you to join our community in Mechanist City by going to our website, which you're going to find in the bio. And yeah, you can feel free to introduce yourself in the introductions channel, propose and express any opinion you'd like about AI. And yeah, we look forward to seeing you there. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you are at least intrigued by what we're trying to do. And have a lovely day. Bye!